Hi friends, welcome to the 412 Homestead. I'm Susie, and tonight we're going to be making some homemade banana nut bread. I had some extra bananas that you can see they've turned pretty ripe, but we don't want to throw those away because those are going to make an excellent banana nut bread. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with our half a cup of melted butter. We're going to get all that out of there. Then we're going to go in with a cup of just white sugar, not brown sugar. 1 cup. Get all that out of there. And then we're going to go in with 2 eggs. Then we're going in with a teaspoon of vanilla. One teaspoon. And then we're going in with a teaspoon of lemon juice. So we're going to roll out our lemon to make it good and juicy. And get that seed out of there. And I'm just going to squeeze in what I think is a teaspoon. And we're going to stir that all up. We're going to give it a whisk. Get those all incorporated. Then we're going to do our dry ingredients. We're going to set this over out of the way. We're going to do our dry ingredients, and that is, we need 1 3/4 cups. We're just going to use this. We're going to use 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. That's 1.5 cups. I'm going to use about half of that. That should get us exactly what we need. And I need a teaspoon of baking soda. And I need a teaspoon of baking powder. We're going to have to get us a teaspoon of salt. Actually, you all, that's 1/2 teaspoon of salt. All right. So we're just going to give that a stir, just kind of mix those around. All right. Now we're going to get our wet ingredients back over here. And we're just going to incorporate our dry ingredients into our butter and sugar mixture we did. Then we're going to add in we got to mash our bananas. We're going to add in some sour cream. This recipe calls for sour cream. All right. It says to fold in your mashed bananas and your sour cream. So we'll get this all incorporated. I've already greased my loaf pan. It's also I'm gonna put nuts in it, so we're gonna chop up about a half a cup of pecans. If that doesn't look like enough, we're gonna add some more, because I like pecans in my banana nut bread. Okay, that's mixed together pretty well. So I know that these bananas look really bad, y'all, but we're going to use this other bowl. But they're good and ripe, and you don't want to throw them away because they will make some good banana nut bread. They're soft, and this recipe that calls for the sour cream to go in it, it says it's going to be a really moist banana nut bread. There's nothing better than warm banana nut bread. My husband and I, we always fight for whoever gets the end of the loaf. We like the ends. These are really, really soft. I might use these 4 and put one more in there, because that loaf pan is pretty deep, and it's a Pampered Chef loaf pan. It's their stoneware, and I found that to cook things that are really, really good. You can get things really crisp on the stones. So I'm just going to take my pastry blender, and I'm just going to mash these bananas up. I think that works pretty well for that. And if you have a little bit of chunky bananas in your banana nut bread, if it's not all the way mashed up, that's okay. All right. We want to make sure we get all that banana off there because we want it to go into our mixture. So we're going to go ahead and put this in with our wet ingredients. We're going to give it a stir. Get that all incorporated. Now's probably the time you need to get your oven preheated to 350 degrees. And this recipe is about, you need to cook it for about 50 minutes, it says. All right. So we're going to come in with our sour cream. And I'm just going to use the same dipper because it's a half a cup. So all right, so we're going to fold in our half a cup of sour cream. I hope that this is going to turn out really moist and it'll be good for breakfast in the morning, but who am I kidding? We'll probably have it 7:30 tonight. So we're just going to fold that in there. Okay. So now what we need is we've got to chop us up some pecans. And it says a half a cup, but we'll see. We might use some more. And I'm not going to dirty up anything else. I'm going to use what we've already got dirtied up here. So these pecans are some that we've already picked through, and we've actually vacuum sealed those. When we picked them all, we have a vacuum sealer, and we sealed them up, so we just pull them out of the freezer when we need. I don't like them really, really fine. Like for there to still be some chunks there. Looks like we're going to need a little bit more. Vacuum sealing is one good way to preserve things that you've grown or you've bought in abundance and you don't use it all right then. You can just vacuum seal it up, throw it in your freezer, and pull it out when you need it. Okay, we're going to start with that right there and see what it looks like. If I don't think it's enough, we'll chop some more. I think I'm going to chop just a little bit more up. I've already, like I said, picked through those, so they should be good and clean. Yeah, that'll get us. That'll take us right where we need to. We'll get that mixed up, then we'll dump it in our pan, then we'll get it in our preheated oven, and we'll let that bake for about 50 minutes, and then we'll check it, see if it's ready to come out. Get it into my loaf pan here. We want to get it all out of the bowl because it's going to be a whole lot better when we cook it. We don't want to waste anything. All right, you all. We've got that in our loaf pan. We got it ready to go. So we're going to stick it in our oven. We're going to bake that for 50 minutes. I put that on the middle rack, We'll check it in about 50 minutes and we'll come back when it's done. All right, welcome back, friends. I think it's time to get that banana nut bread out of the oven. I did have to go ahead and cook it about 60 minutes because at 50 it wasn't quite done. So I let it cook a little bit longer. It smells wonderful, you all. It smells wonderful and it looks beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. So we're going to let it sit here just a minute so it can cool just a bit. Then we're going to turn it out onto our cooling rack here, and so I can get it out of the pan. Then we're going to slice it up and let you guys see what it looks like. But while it's cooling here, I just want to take this time to just thank you all for stopping by our 412 homestead, and I ask that if you guys have enjoyed this to hit that like button and subscribe, tell your friends about it, help us to grow our channel. We're just a couple of I'm gonna say old youngsters that are trying to get our channel up and going, so we'd appreciate all your help. So let's see if this is ready to come out. It's cooled just enough that when I checked on it a while ago, it was wanting to come out of the pan. So I believe we're going to be good. Here, let me just turn it out onto the pan here. Oh yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that, you all. That is absolutely gorgeous. And our kitchen smells wonderful. Let me see if I can, yeah. I better use my mitts here to transfer it over here. You know, we're not going to wait on this to cool. We're going to go ahead and we're going to cut it. And we'll see who gets the end piece, but oh yeah, you all, it's moist. It is moist. I should have put on a pot of coffee because this sure would be good with some coffee. Look at that, you all. I'm going to slice this up because I'm sure that we can eat 3 pieces. And there you go, friends. That is some moist banana nut bread. And we are going to enjoy. But again, you guys, we thank you for stopping by our homestead. We thank you for stopping by our channel. And we just ask that you hit that like button and subscribe. Till we see you again, God bless. And thank you for stopping by the 412.